Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This time we're going to be looking at Skipton Railway Station, which is a Grade 2 listed station that serves the market town of Skipton in North Yorkshire, England. As the gateway to the Yorkshire Dales, Skipton historically has had high volumes of leisure traffic. Ilkley Railway Station serves as an alternative for this function, being at the southern end of the Dales Way. The original Skipton Station was opened on the 7th of September 1847 by the Leeds and Bradford Extension Railway as a temporary terminus of its line from Bradford. The line was extended to Colne a year later on the 2nd of October 1848. Initially, passengers would leave the train at Skipton for onward travel to the villages of Wharfdale by horse-drawn coach. There are still over 20 hotels clustered around the station, including the historic Harriet's Hotel, formerly the Midland Hotel. The next year, the Little North Western Railway opened a line from Skipton to Ingleton on the 30th of July 1849. This was eventually extended to Lancaster and Morecambe in 1850. On the 30th of April 1876, Skipton Station was relocated a quarter of a mile northwest of its original location. By now, both the Leeds and Bradford and North Western Railways had been absorbed by the Midland Railway. The new station coincided with the opening of the Midlands Settle to Carlisle line, which made Skipton a station on the London St Pancras to Glasgow main line. The new station had 4 platforms and cost over £15,000, compared with the original station's cost of £2,300. Platform 1 was a bay platform at the Bradford end, adjacent to the station building, along with through platform 2, while platforms 3 and 4 formed an island platform. On the 1st of October 1888, platforms 5 and 6 were added to serve the Skipton to Ilkley line, which opened that day. These platforms were at a slightly higher level on a rising gradient, as the new line ran southwest of the existing line, then crossed over it by a bridge. These same platforms were also used later by the Yorkshire Dales Railway, a short branch to Grassington from 1902 to 1930. Passenger services to Ilkley ceased on the 22nd of March 1965, after which platforms 5 and 6 were closed to passengers and their access subway was closed off. However, the line through to platform 5 is still in use as a single-track freight line to Swindon Quarry via the former Yorkshire Dales line. The track through platform 6 has been lifted. The 1847 station building survived intact, latterly used as offices until 1967, when they were demolished, and the site is now occupied by Tesco supermarket. The line to Colne closed on the 2nd of February 1970, and its tracks were lifted the following year. The disused formation is still visible, though the A629 bypass road occupies a short section immediately west of the former junction with the line to Carlisle and Lancaster. An organisation called CellRAP is campaigning for the reinstatement of the link and runs occasional charter trains between the two stations, using a long diversionary route to point out the 11-mile missing link. In the 1970s, the track was removed from Platform 1 and Platform 4 was used as siding. However, all 4 platforms were put back into use when the track layout and signalling were updated in 1994 for electrification. As part of this work, the remaining signal boxes were closed and demolished, control initially passing to Leeds Power Signal Box and eventually to the IECC at York, and the former goods yard was converted for use as a carriage depot, complete with a new washer plant. This was upgraded and expanded in 2011 to add capacity for a further 3 units. Several EMU and DMU sets are stored there overnight and at weekends. In 1998, the station underwent complete renovation in preparation for the introduction of direct intercity services to London. In 2004, the station underwent another minor renovation in preparation for a visit by the then Prince Charles, obviously now King Charles. Following a change of cleaning contract in early 2007, Users of the station began to complain about an alleged deterioration of cleanliness at the station, particularly in the waiting rooms. The station is used for the overnight servicing of trains. On the 9th of August 2003, an Arriva Trains Northern employee was seriously assaulted by a group of vandals after challenging two males daubing graffiti on a stable train. Major alterations were made to the station when the 2011 Eureka EC clockface timetable came into effect, including a northbound Sundays only service from the capital. Onto its future, and Skipton is likely to see changes over coming years in order to cope with expected growth. London North Eastern Railway has expressed an interest to introduce more direct services to London King's Cross, although no specific commitments have yet been made. Network Rail is also currently investigating means of increasing capacity on the Airedale line to Leeds as part of the Yorkshire and Humber RUS. Options could include longer trains with up to 6 carriages in place of the current 4, or more frequent services. Plans for the route north of Skipton have already been outlined by the Lancashire and Cumbria RUS. This will see the increase in trains frequently to Carlisle, with services running to a basic 1 train every 2 hours pattern, with extra services to fill service gaps at peak times. Leeds to Morecambe Lancaster services would also be made more frequent, however these would only run as far as Skipton. Opposition from stakeholders during the consultation phase of the RUS with regard to the loss of through services to and from Leeds has meant that this option will probably not be pursued. For those of you wondering what the RUS is referring to, this is the Lancashire and Cumbria Route Utilisation Strategy. In the long term, SELRAP may achieve their aim of reopening the line to Colne. Plans will probably result in some changes to the station. The station is served currently by Stagecoach Merseyside and South Lancashire's Cross Pennine 280 bus route to Preston via Clitheroe. It has been proposed as the focus of a park and ride scheme serving commuters to Lancaster and Leeds. Touching briefly on the MC and Bolton Steam Railway, as I will be doing a separate video on this, since preservation the MC and Bolton Abbey Steam Railway has held long-term plans to extend to Skipton. The Ilkley-bound platforms 5 and 6 were made redundant in 1965 as earlier mentioned. However, Network Rail has carried out a survey for the reinstatement of the connecting points between the MC line and the freight line to Grassington, and the reinstatement of platform 5 at Skipton. If funding is made available, then the line could be extended. Platform 6 may also be reinstated as a runaround loop as part of the project. And that concludes the video on Skipton Station. I will end the video with some pictures of Skipton Station now and obviously over the years. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do like it, give it a like and a share, and subscribe should you so wish. Until the next video, please do take care of yourselves. Thank you for your support, and goodbye for now.